Is it relatable being okay with not seeing your family ever again even if they're not abusive? You're fine op. Nobody is obligated to like or want to spend time with other people just because they share some genes. I don't dislike my family, but I also would not spend much time with them if we weren't related. That blood is thicker than water quote actually means the opposite of what people think it means. The actual quote is, the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb, and means. That means that the relationships you choose to enter into mean more than the people you are forced into knowing because of your birth. Yes, I am the same way. While my family was never really bad or abusive, they were pretty distant and absent parent when I was young, and we kind of disconnect during my teenager years, as I started to enjoy more and more hobbies, video games, tabletop, that they did not really understood not approve of. As a young adult I tried to keep the expected level of contact with them, but all I got was anxiety, distress and dissatisfaction with the relation. Something just felt off. Being in contact with them was like being constantly invaded. At some points in my 30s I realized I just don't have an emotional connection with them anymore. They were just strangers I was forcing myself to like. I decided to cut all bridges, and 5 years later I do not regret it. Though I have heard that in those situations when a death happened the connection can come back and it might create regrets. So I keep revisiting the question from time to time to ensure that re-answer is still the same. For now it is. If anything, I am more and more confident that I made the right call. I hope you will find a way that works for you, whatever that is. You're an adult, so you can do what you want. But when the time comes and one of them passes, I think you'll regret it. Do what's best for you. I understand how you feel. And feel the same way. My parents were decent parents and raised me well enough. No one's a perfect parent. And no one has perfect childhoods, but there wasn't a lot to complain about. However, as I grew older and became more established in my own life, I realized my parents are selfish narcissists, and I don't agree with a lot of the things they say and do. After getting into it with them around the holidays last year over some nasty things they said, I haven't seen them since and rarely speak to them. These things are complicated and I don't have a solution to these feelings. But I can say you're not alone in them, at least. This is me. I've been no contact with my dad's family since he died. Why? Well, apparently they convinced him to switch me off the life insurance and to add them instead. And that they'll take care of me afterwards. They never told me anything about the life insurance change. So when I called the life insurance company, that's when I found out, and I followed up with my aunt and she said, well, we took care of your dad. I was in my early 20s. I said my father told me he bought the policy in my name so that it can help me pay for college and take care of me, and they basically said, no, he changed his mind. A month later they told me they needed to take me off the family cell plan that he was on with them. I've been in touch with some cousins and they say, oh, they miss you. But yet they never called. Even though my number has been unchanged for the last 10 years. I feel sad that I don't have much family, but when I took of reaching out, I remind myself of how they treated me. People change as you age. My parents kicked me out and disowned me when I was 17. I didn't talk to them for 5-ish years. They don't know how to express love or that they care. But I'm glad that I started talking to them again. They are at least kind. As for my extended family, I will never speak to them again, and I'm okay with that. Taking time away from your relationships with your family is perfectly valid. Give yourself space to figure out how you feel. Maybe talk to a therapist and dig deeper into these feelings. Just remember that distancing yourself doesn't have to be permanent. I've actually found myself growing closer to certain family members after not having had contact unintentionally for years. If this is true, you have some kind of issues to attend, especially before starting your own family. On the other hand, there's the possibility that you are not seeing abusive behavior like abusive behavior. So you think there's no abuse. If that's not the case, check yourself. Oh, drooling face birthday cake.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. TooAfraidToAsk is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.